Dearest friends, salutations to you, the sincere you, salutations to the promising you, salutations to you on whom such a great expectations, hopes are there. Not that for the entire universe you become a Hercules supporter, but at least you stand on your feet in a beautiful manner for your own satisfaction and contentment that you are not becoming a burden to the world. If this much achieved, that itself also is great. Then the further thing, conceiving the ideas and goals to even serve the world and become useful for the world. If that way also you are evolving, you are so most welcomed and loved more and more. Along with that, if you can get the vision of spirituality somehow and start traveling in this track, you are going to be the greatest. So, before all those higher things are done, minimum is what? Stand on your feet, grow and glow in life, enjoy your life positively. And we are here only to guide you in this regard. Whole Gita Shastra, all our Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, Shastras, where they are called Upanishads or Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana, Mahabharata, so many of the Puranas, all of they are aiming at only giving you this bliss and beatitude, this joy and purpose only. Clear? May you all, for that, be serious and sincere and take the help of any help source that is available. And the best help, I believe, is Bhagavad Gita ji is giving us. So be regular, be sincere, bring your pen, paper, write down the important points, ponder over them, understand them, make that understanding as your own knowledge, your conviction, practice them, get the benefit, make it as your wisdom, live life of wisdom, live life of practical knowledge, and live life of joy and success. This is what we want, nothing lesser than that. We never want to even dream, also imagine that you are failure, you are frustrated, you are miserable. Failure, we don't mean the outer things. Fail in your own not putting the efforts. Failing in your putting efforts, therefore not putting them. No. The rest, the outer success is subjective. If somebody has done better than you, obviously, they will succeed more than you. That's all relative. But within yourself, nowhere you are lacking anything. Either it is wisdom or knowledge or inspiration or clarity or the planning or execution. कोई भी जगह थोड़ा भी कसर नहीं छोड़ना, खत्म. ये है आपसे एक्सपेक्टेशन, उम्मीद. Every one of you, let this spread like corona. What is that? Gita knowledge, Gita inspiration, Gita way of living life, thus making life beautifully successful for yourself and then helping the world. Seeing you, others should get this, others. Whole country, whole world will be living, should be living like life based on the great, grand, glorious Gita Jnanam. And you are seeing how every shloka, every chapter is guiding us in so many required ways. Okay, come, let's study today also. Like every day, the three things. First one is our shloka learning. Second one is our common sense thought. Third one is Gita. In Gita today, in the sixth chapter, we have done with the 14th sloka. 5 days we have spent for it. Now today in the 15th one, Bhagavan tells ki, this is how, my dear friends, be on the seat of your dhyana as many times as possible, as frequently as possible, as daily as possible. Keep on doing till you reach your expected state of mind called Atma Samyama Yoga or Yoga Arudhata, and be a master of that achievement and experience the silence, experience the peace, experience the happiness or experience a bliss there. With that, again, the two things, either you pursue in that calm and quiet mood any of your outer goals to serve the world or your own inner goal of recognizing the inner self. But what instructions you were given in the last five shlokas, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, throughout life, learn them, and keep on practicing them. This suggestion of being regular till the goal is reached and enjoy the peace, that is given in this shloka by Lord Krishna. He gives the suggestion. That is the 15th one. From tomorrow onwards, to reach to this state, how we have to balance ourselves in our food, in our activities, in our sleep, even these things also, which were very pivotal, vital role in our yoga sadhana, Atma Samyama yoga sadhana. Bhagavan doesn't want to miss in giving them also. He wants to give those details also, and excellent they are. Wonderful. You will be surprised to see. Tomorrow we'll do that. But today we will do the conclusion of the topic which was going on from last five shlokas. That is how to become yoga rudha, how to have the Atma Samyama Yoga Sthiti, so that our senses, mind, etc. are fully in our control. There is no sankalpa just like that coming by itself. There is no desire prompted activity. There is no indulgence in the Vishayas, expecting Sukha Bhoga from that. Instead of that, using body, prana, sharira, all for the goal conceived by the intellect very intelligently. That way, a person of higher achievements, higher contributions, we have to be not a person of lower indulgences and dependencies and slavery and destruction. ह्यूमन बीइंग के नाते हमको इस तरह से एवॉल्व होना है. एवरीथिंग एल्स इज नॉट एवोल्यूशन, इट इज डेवोल्यूशन ओनली. Okay, now let us start with our prayers like every day. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. These are our everyday slokas we have chanted. Today's sloka is about GOMAATHA. We all know in GOMAATHA all the devatas reside. Therefore, the Go Puja, the worship of the cow, for we the Sanatana Dharmins, Hindus, is the worship of all the devatas. So many authorities of Purana Ityadi are very, very exhaustively there. I will not quote all of that. But the glory of GOMAATHA is said. While chanting this mantra, we can do parikrama to GOMAATHA. We can go through her, below. वो तो मोक्षदायक कहते हैं. We can give that grass bhojanam to cow. Whatever it may be. As we told you other day, the Geetha, Ganga, Gayatri, GOMAATHA, Guru, and Govinda. The 6 Gs. Now you know 5G. So we have the 6G. The 6 Gs should never be given up in life. Geetha, the study. Ganga, the daily taking some jal of the Ganga, we have seen the other day. GOMAATHA, which we are going to chant now. Gayatri, already we taught you. Guru, without whom we will only go astray in life. Govinda, the Lord ultimate. 6G. Never ever should be left in the life if you really want to have continuously a beautiful, sacred, self-respecting, congratulating life if you want to live. So what is this mantra talks about GOMAATHA is this. Gavaha Swargasya Sopanam. The Go Puja is the cause for taking us to Swarga Prapti. Gava Swargepi Pujitaha. The cow is worshipped even by devatas in the heavens. Gavaha Kamaduho Devyaha. It is cows because of which even devatas also get whatever they want to. Nanyat Kinchit Param Smritam. Therefore, there is no greater expression of the Lord than the GOMAATHA. Therefore, there is no greater thing to be done than worshipping the GOMAATHA. So, this is how the 4 padas are there. So, Gavaha Swargasya Sopanam, Gavaha Swargepi Pujitaha, Gavaha Kamaduho Devyaha Nanyat Kinchit Param Smritam. So, Nagavaha Kamaduha Devyaha means for all the devatas, the Gomata is the fulfiller of all wanted. Kamaduha means Kama Denu कहते हैं उसको, जिससे ना आप कुछ भी मांगो मिल जाता है. Have these three things in our Hindu Shastras: Kama Dhenu, Kalpa Vruksha, and Chintamani. If you have Chintamani in the hands, anything you do the Chintanam, it will be available. So to the Kamadhenu, you pray to her, she will give everything. So to standing under Kalpa Vruksha, you ask all that is resulted. It is called wish yielding tree, wish yielding cow, wish yielding diamond. So here the wish yielding cow is Kamadhenu, even for the Devatas. The Kamadhenu comes from the Kshira Sagara Mathana. Then the Rishis, Devatas ask us if we want to use it for Yajnayaga, so it is given to them. So this is how the Kamadhenu. So Kamadhenu is the guy only. Therefore, the respect reverence to Gomata, that in her all the Devatas are there, let us worship. Extension of it for the modern youngsters is what? It is a cow whose every product is useful. I know everything. The cow milk, from that the curds, from that butter, from that clarified ghee, all are used. Even the cow dung, cow urine, everything is aushadha yukta. This is a very gross expression. We don't give much value to that, even though it is important. But more value is entire Gomata has got all the devatas in her, to worship her. That's what it is. Go Puja is very good. Out of the 6 G's, G Govinda or G Gomata is great. So Govinda also will come in our study. We have seen already Govinda, Kalau Kalmasha Chittanam. So Ganga, Govinda, Geetha, Gayatri. All 4 we have done. Gomata today we are doing. Then the Guru ka bhi humne kari diya. So with today all 6 G are done. So let us chant it 11 times. Make it 108 by adding 97. Your target is 1080. You achieve it as early as possible. It's in your hands. So Gavaha Swargasya Sopanam means Go Puja leads to the Swarga Prakti. Gavaha Swargepi Pujitaha. Even in Swarga, the Devatas do worship of Gai. Why? Gavaha Kamaduho Devyaha. Even for Devatas, their wishes are fulfilled by their puja to Kamadhenu Gai. Therefore, Nanyat Kinchit Param Smrutam, there is nothing greater than expression of the Lord as cow, nothing greater than worshipping a cow for achieving things of this world, always as well as the world in Swarga. That is the beauty of this shloka. Sat. Om Gavah Swargasya Sopanam Gavah Swarge Vipujitaha Gavah Kamaduho Devyaha Nanyat Kinchit Param Smrutam Gavah Swargasya Sopanam Gavah Swarge Vipujita Gavah Kamaduho Devyaha Nanyat Kinchit Param Smrutam Gavah Swargasya Sopanam गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिताः गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतं गावः स्वर्गस्य सोपानं गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिताः गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतं गावः स्वर्गस्य सोपानं गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिताः गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतं गावः स्वर्गस्य सोपानं गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिता गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतं गावः स्वर्गस्य सोपानं गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिता गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतं गावः स्वर्गस्य सोपानं गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिताः गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतं गावः स्वर्गस्य सोपानं गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिता गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतं गावः स्वर्गस्य सोपानं गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिता गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतं गावः स्वर्गस्य सोपानं गावः स्वर्गेऽपि पूजिताः गावः कामदुहो देव्यः नान्यत् किञ्चित् परं स्मृतम् ॐ श्री गोमात्रे नमः. Very good. Every day, one shloka we are teaching with a humble suggestion for you to do chanting so that the lost glory of our Sanatana Dharma gets energy and strength by you being its again reinstator. And you yourself get benefit of being blessed by all these divine devatas whose mantra we are doing chanting every day. So please remember, you have to have the Yantra Shakti, the Tantra Shakti, the Mantra Shakti to be free from problems, to be successful in the goals. The Yantra Shakti is all machinery, Tantra Shakti is all your logic and intelligence, Mantra Shakti is the divine grace. For everything. दवाइयाँ भी मतलब बीमार दूर होना है, you need the yantras, machinery of medication, etc. You need the tantra of the logic and common sense of to how to live life. You need mantra also, praying to the Dhanvantri Bhagavan, praying to variety of devatas who are the giver of the health. So never ever forget it throughout your life. And as well as once in a month we are sharing this with you, just because you are a mad student of studying in English and in convents with your outer worldly subjects of physics, chemistry, engineering, medicine and all, or your great abilities of your gymmu, your swimmu, your trimmu, your brimmu, your driving and all. Just because of all these modern things, don't lose your contact with the roots that you are Indian, you are Sanatana Dharmi, you have this culture and tradition, you have these wisdoms, you have all these practices, you have these shastras. That is the basics. बेस को छोड़कर मत फंस जाओ इस दुनिया में. Don't get floated or flooded or lost in this world. Basics में रहो. You are a Hindu. Every day you have to do your pranams to your parents, your pranams to your Ishtadevata, your puja, whatever you have to do, Upasana, your japa, you are coming to Geetha class, you are gaining this knowledge, you are thinking yourself from the standpoint of this knowledge, not allowing any negative influence to happen, and according to this knowledge and living, ये सब कभी नहीं बोलना along with your other outer achievements. Otherwise, you get lost. These are all not given in the schools, colleges for whatever the funny reasons. In my opinion, पहले ये पढ़ाओ 10 साल, फिर थोड़ा थोड़ा only his वृत्ति विद्या you teach him, not everything, with which he will settle in his life by doing that profession. बस बाकी सब जानने की जरूरत नहीं है, टाइम वेस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Once you settle in your profession, while earning and living comfortable life, seek little service of society, seek little devotion to God, finally seek the eternal, the truth, the reality. That's how a human being should live a complete life. Not only running for the worldly things, misguided, thinking that alone is goal, for that also doing all unrighteous things and getting caught last. Don't be like that. Clear? Now today's common sense thought is what? After learning the shloka is so simple. It is I who first disrespect myself and then invite even the world also. And then I blame the world. That world is not duly respecting me. It is insulting me, disrespecting me, making me miserable. World, when I mean the people around us and the beings around us, whether they are in the family like siblings and parents, whether they are in schools, colleges, in an office, your colleagues, they are insulting me, not listening to me, not duly respecting me, not valuing me, not inviting me. This is how a dukkha is always there in us. The thing is what? They are not the first ones to insult us. We are ourselves insulting us, disrespecting us. For example, a person in front of you has achieved nothing, did nothing spectacular or noble, other than filled with all negative. Oh no, the laziness up to the brim level, arrogance up to the brimmest level, all disobediences, negatives are so bad. No, do you call that fellow and say, यार तू कितना बढ़िया है रे? तेरे जैसा बेवकूफ़ नहीं देखा मैंने, तेरे जैसे निकम्मा नहीं देखा मैंने, तेरे जैसा ये जो लेज़ी फेलो है देखा ही नहीं। आई रियली रेस्पेक्ट यू यार। डू यू टेल एनीवन लाइक दैट? इफ ए पर्सन इज लाइक दैट, और व्हाट डू यू डू? व्हाट आर यू डूइंग यूजलेस फेलो? डोंट यू थिंक इन योर माइंड एंड चांस कम्स मुंह से भी उसका डिसरेस्पेक्ट करोगे कि नहीं? नो, दैट द फेलो गॉट डिसरेस्पेक्टेड। इज इट बिकॉज ऑफ यू और बिकॉज ऑफ हिज क्वालिटीज नेगेटिव? ऑब्वियस आंसर आपको पूछा जाए, या तू ऐसा क्यों कह रहा है उसको डिसरेस्पेक्ट? क्यों माँ काइंड मैं डिसरेस्पेक्ट कहाँ कर रहा हूँ? मैं तो फैक्ट्स बोल रहा हूँ। In the same way, world is speaking the facts, which we take that they are disrespecting us. Rather, we are promoting the world to disrespect that way by ourselves disrespecting ourselves. In the other fellow is there, he has none of this negative, he is only positive, he is on time, he is duty oriented, he is not lazy, good quality. You respect him, you are wonderful fellow, you are, I really respect you. This respect of you, did you give him or he commanded? Like you are asked, अरे उसको तो इसने ऐसे डांटा तुमने, अब इसको इतना respect कर रहे हो क्यों? Then also you'll say the same thing. I am not respecting, it's a fact because it's like that. In the same way, we only imagine the world is not valuing me. What value you have for them to value you? Not respecting me. What worthy thing is there in you to be respected? Not caring me. In what way you are useful to be cared? It is we who command the respect from others by our own personality, by our own being. Therefore, first khojo inside us. What are the negatives are there? Because of which I am insulting myself and making others also insult me, disrespect me by inviting them. Ah, well, mujhe maar. You remove them. I am lazy and I say the parents don't scold me. If you are active and dynamic, why will they scold? They'll respect you only. They tell 10 लोग, my child is so intelligent, so great. सुबह 5 बजे उड़ जाता है वो, पूरा active है. They respect. Otherwise, in the other talk, they say, what to do? Your child is so lucky that सुबह मेरा तो गधा भैंस है, 9 बजे तक उठता है नहीं वो. Mama, don't tell about me like that to others. अरे you are like that. What? How can she lie down? झूठ कैसे बोलेगी? 9 बजे उठने वाले बधे गधे को ये 5 बजे उठने वाला करके. She cannot speak. So too the other lady says, my child, so disciplined, he listens to me. In fact, much before I tell them, he knows his duty and does. And your mother tell, मेरा बेटा क्या है ना, उसको 10 बार भी काम बोलो ना, वो करता ही नहीं, इतना मेरे को बोझ हो गया. Mama, don't insult me in front of. अरे, she's not insulting, she's speaking the fact. If you are also like that other child, active, dynamic, sensitive to know what's required at home, and doing your bit, mother also है तुम्हारे जितना मेरा बेटा तो और भी. Is it not? So I have to search all non-positive in me. I have to eliminate them because by guarding them, by promoting those negativities in me, first I am insulting myself. Then others also are invited, and they don't insult; they talk facts. On the other hand, positive things if I bring, I know my career goal, I know my in general life goal, and I am working hard for it. I'm not wasting any resources, any time. I'm very pakka in my planning, in my execution. I'm smiling always. I'm joyful. I don't myself take any initiative to trouble others. I'm generally helping in nature. अरे ऐसा है तो यू आर रेस्पेक्टिंग योरसेल्फ एंड सीइंग यू अदर्स. अरे बड़ा बंदा है, जीना सीख लिया उसने. आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग हैज लर्नड. नॉट ओनली आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग, यानी बफेलो आल्सो हैज आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग बाय ग्रेजिंग द ग्रास. आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग ब्यूटिफुल्ली, आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग फ्रूटफुल्ली, है ना, आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग सक्सेसफुली, आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग जॉयफुली. दैट्स द आर्ट वी नीड. आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग जीने के लिए कोई भी पैसे जाए, कोई भी कर सकता है, कुछ भी करो. चोरी करके भी पैसा आएगा, जिंदगी चलेगा. You can't call it the art of living. The real art is, you call something as an art when it is attractive, when it's beautiful. You can't throw a paint in a wall and call it as an art. Although nowadays it's called as surrealism, the modern art they say. But in the real art, there are days together spent in conceiving what painting I have to make only by that artist. Then all the details, major, minor, he will make in his mind. Then he makes a canvas. Then he brings all the colors. Then he arranges, makes all of them. Then he plans for the combination. Then one by one strokes, he'll make the outline, the inner line, the finer things. Then the coloring of it. Then looking from distance. Then he becomes satisfied. I made this masterpiece. Now it is ready for pradarshana or exhibition. What have you done in this way to make our life artistic, like an art to be respected by others? Such painting dekkar, the viewers, the painting Pradarshanashala, means they surprised, they see it, they know it. For this painting, you might have spent 6 months because they know the every minute detail. When a child, a middle-aged man or old man or youngster, exactly the expression, the dresses, all of them are there. Or about a scene of the nature, it is slowly clearly depicting. They know it. It is the evening time, also it is of summer, not the way rainy or winter. Because rain or winter में दिन evening time अलग होता है. So the artist planned, and if it is a winter or a summer वाला evening है तो कैसा होना चाहिए? He will paint it like that only. Even the viewer also is matured, he knows it. The artist did not say, the viewer did not ask, but he said without saying, he understood without asking, because it is shown in the art. So too, the people should see in our life, which we made as an art painter through our own deliberate, beautiful plans and execution. तो हमको देखकर लोगों को लगना चाहिए कि I must praise, I must respect. Is it not? Like our own Prime Minister and all over the world now he is a top person. He is respected more than the leaders of any of the so-called developed countries. See, we don't have the cunningness like China to हड़पो दूसरों का. We don't have the selfishness like America, sell our weapons. Is it not? We don't have any of the terrorism like that of the Pakistan, etc. We don't have any of the other nonsense, our Prime Minister. So he is respected everywhere. You know that. He is commanding it because कुछ नहीं हुआ माइलेज उनमें. प्योर देश के लिए मेहनत कर रहे हैं. तो we can also can command, no? उतना लेवल तक मत जाओ. At least the people around you should respect you. For that you have to respect yourself, and how to become yourself respect worthy. Any example you take, 10-11 बजे तक नहाया नहीं. Can you respect yourself such a stupid? Then when others say, you have not even taken bath now, and don't insult me. What they are insulting? They are only finding the fault. They are only showing the truth, not finding the fault. बट सुबह उठते ही 5-6 बजे ही नहा लिया, सूर्य नमस्कार कर ली, दीप आराधना कर दिया. Who will respect such personality first? Yourself. Then the others obviously respect you. At every moment our life, if we can command to live artistically, we respect ourselves faster than others. Others respect or not because sometimes they are jealous of us. उनका अपना हिसाब है. But we know we have done such a good thing that we live life respectfully. Like I am doing my Geetha classes. This gives me self-pride, self-respect. I am not selfish. To my dearest children who are going to be the pillars of the world, they must know the vision of Geetha for inner and outer success. So that pure, honest intention, I am giving it. I am happy about it. I am not arrogant. I know the Lord is using me as instrument. Therefore, there is no ego, but there is a self-respect. At this very same time, instead of this, if I do any other nonsense, can I respect me, myself? When I don't respect myself, how can I command it from you? So only not this class. What I do after this, after that, throughout the day, when I respect my life, when I live my life to be worthy of respect by myself, then looking at others also do it. If it is the other way around, I will misuse my life. I will live in such a way that I myself disrespect myself. I am inviting others also to do the same. It is in our hands. Therefore, be conscious. You have the intellect, use it. Intellect is to discriminate between how the life has to be lived and not should be lived. Then what should not be done? Keep on dropping them. Have the guts. Keep on doing what is required to be done. You only grow in your stature. We only grow in our self-respect. We only grow in our own being recognized by the world. If that is not done, for small little petty paltry things, we keep doing negative. We insult ourselves. We allow or make others also insult us. Is it not? When you go to a ceremony on 26 January of awards given by the president, how do you look at each person who are receiving the awards? What a respect. Don't you feel that? Now Joe, go to the jail. Up see all the inmates, the prisoners. What do you feel like that? You don't, अरे यार बहुत बढ़िया चोरी की डकैती की. Do you do that? If you do that, you are also like that. And who is the reason for there they are given the orders, awards? So here these people are given punishments. They only know. So from that we have to learn. By doing negative, I will be in jail when everybody looks at me with that nazar of disrespect. Then those people like that when I live, I'll be given big awards. So इतना कॉमन सेंस भी नहीं है. क्या पढ़ रहे हैं फिर हम? क्या जिंदगी जी रहे हैं भैया? And claim that I am great, I am a hero, you are a zero. फर्स्ट बेसिक पॉइंट ओनली नहीं पता तुमको, कैसे हीरो मान रहे रे? जस्ट बिकॉज यू कैन ड्राइव द व्हीकल 120 स्पीड, just because you have good English language, just because you can do jumping, hopping, gymnastics, just because you can swim like a fish, just because you run like a police when they chase the chore, just because this outer achievement, do you think you are great or what? Or physical strength you have? अरे यार, a person is great because with दिमाग. पता है क्या, कुछ चीज होती है जिसका नाम दिमाग होता है और इसको यूज करना पड़ता है. Once you grow in knowledge, nothing else is primary. You are respected out of knowledge. Vidwan sarvatra pujyate. स्वगृहे पूज्यते मूर्खः, स्वग्रामे पूज्यते बुजः, बुधः स्वदेशे पूज्यते राजा, विद्वान सर्वत्र पूज्यते. Intellect, using it for knowledge. In that knowledge, what is right, what is wrong is known, and that alone is followed through your body, mind, and speech. Thus, an integrated personality, guided with the intellectual maturity, commands respect from himself within, and he commands respect from others also. This common sense, please, आज से रखो आप अपना जिंदगी. Like my own house, how clean and neat I make it, then I enjoy it. My own vehicle, how I manage it, maintain it, I enjoy it. अदर कमेंट से कि इतना गंदा रखा घर, एंड कहते हैं हाउ दे आर इंसल्टिंग मी. दे आर नॉट इंसल्टिंग, दे आर स्पीकिंग द ट्रुथ. सो टू माई व्हीकल, क्या यार तेरे को इतना घूमता है कार में, इसको सर्विस करना नहीं आता तुमको, करवाना क्लीन नीट नहीं रखते हो. Just like these outer instruments, so to our entire life. My speech should be such that I should feel happy, others should respect listening to my speech. My looks should be such that I should know that I am looking with such a kind, compassionate heart. Others should respect my looking at. So too, my all actions should be such that I am dignified. Others also see her what a great actions is doing. Is it not? So I disrespect myself, thereby I invite others also. Therefore, don't blame the world for disrespecting me. So too, I live life of respect and do things respectfully, and I respect myself. Obviously, I command it from others also. Okay, and all that is in your hands. Every capacity required is continuously supplied to you through our shastras by our masters. Learn and practice and be master of practice. That's it. Learn driving, practice driving, be master of driving, reach your destination by your own choice, by your own independent effort. In the same way, learn wisdom of Gita, implement the wisdom of Gita, and enjoy your life. That way you have to be. That is how I connected this common sense thought to, in general, our classes. Having said so, leaving it to your further discretion, and any weakness in this regard, you conquer it. We are there to guide you how to do all that. Nobody's guidance required. If you are wise enough, committed enough, You are genius enough from within to find all your upaya, your own means to achieve those things. Have removing those because of which I disrespect myself and make others to do the same, and replace my life with such a beautiful activities with which I respect myself and command others also. चाहते हो तो आपके लिए स्काई इज नॉट द लिमिट. कर सकते हो, करो. The Lord is there to bless you. The scriptures are there to guide you. The gurus are there to instruct you. Okay. Thank you. Now let us come to our third topic of the day. That is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In this we have the 15th shloka to study today. And in the 14th shloka, we were given the 8 practices to be done when we sit on the seat of meditation to achieve a state called as Yoga Arudha Sthiti, to do a thing called as Atma Samyama. Technically, it is called as meditation or Yoga Abhyasa or Dhyana Abhyasa or Atma Samyama Yoga Abhyasa. And finally, what it should be done? The mind is fully in my Samyama control. Not only mind, the senses and body also. The senses are not running in the objects just like that. The body is not involving in the activities unwanted. The mind is not doing any sankalpa other than my duty, my goal, noble goal. The worldly goal of service, spiritual goal. Only 3 things should be there in life: duties, called as dharma, the goals, called as ambitions, spirituality, the third one. In the goal, you can choose this worldly goal or it can be a spiritual. Other than that, anything is bakwas, anything is nonsense. It only troubles you. This is called as the Yoga Arudha Sthiti. And it's not one moment achieved. Like one moment, every one of us are intelligent. Some moment, when every one of us are honest. Some moment, every one of us are. Some other moment, we are kind, we are compassionate. We appear like an angel only. Other time, angle. That is not. Growth is what स्थाई भाव कहते हैं उसको. All the time it should be. That's what na uddared atmanatmanam. Equal important is na atmanam avasadayet. है ना. लखपति बनना मुश्किल नहीं है या ग्रेट नहीं है, उसको मेंटेन करते रहना ग्रेट. अगर आज लखपति बन गए, करोड़पति, कल रोडपति बन गए, ऐसी बात नहीं है ना. सो टू योगारूढ़ हो गए. लाइक आई माउंटेड द हॉर्स, आई शुड कंटिन्यू ड्राइविंग, राइडिंग द हॉर्स, नॉट दैट हॉर्स ने मुझे गिरा दिया, है ना. एक आधा 15 मीटर मैंने गाड़ी चला दी, फिर फिसल गए. दैट इज नॉट कॉल्ड मास्टरिंग द व्हीकल. Once achieved yoga rudha sthiti, throughout life that alone is maintained. With that yoga rudha mana, we are conceiving and achieving the outer goals. We are conceiving the goals of serving the world. We are conceiving the achieving the goals of spirituality. Dharma, seva, bhakti, mukti. Dharma is duty, seva is service, bhakti is devotion, mukti is knowledge. Only these 4 things we have to achieve through yoga arudhata. योगा आरूढ़ के लिए अपने आप नहीं मिलता हो. यू कांट गो टू मेडिकल शॉप, भाई योगा आरूढ़ दवाई देना, पिल्स देना, इंजेक्शन देना, नहीं होता वो. ऑन द सीट ऑफ मेडिटेशन everyone will have to achieve that sthiti. Till it achieved, you have to go on doing what to do already said. If you are really conscious, really intelligent, you are really meaning business, if you are really sincere, all the details are told. शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासनम् आत्मनः नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचं शैलाजिन कुशोत्तरं तत्र एकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यतचित्त इन्द्रियक्रियः उपविश्य युञ्जात् योगमात्मविशुद्धये समं काये शिरोग्रीवं धारयन् अचलं स्थिरः संप्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वं दिशश्चानवलोकयन्. 11, 12, 13 श्लोकों ने पूरा हमको बताया. 10th में बेसिक दिया. योगी युंजित सततम आत्मानं रहस्य स्थितः एकाकी यथ चित्तात्मा निराशीर परिग्रहः. Once you are sat on the meditation seat, what are the 8 things to be done? This 14th shloka told us. प्रशांतात्मा विगतभीः ब्रह्मचारि व्रते स्थितः मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तः युक्तः आसीतः मत्परः. Every one of them is a. Yesterday, if you want to just ask me to remind 2-3 minutes में, manas samyamya is controlling the mana with respect to time, place and object. So at one place, on one object, For the chosen amount of time, if you can concentrate, your mana is samyamita. You got the samyama of the mana. That's called a mana samyamya. Then the next point was, I am repeating what he said yesterday in the 14th shloka. Mat chitta. For the spiritual people, the chitta is only on Bhagavan. Chitta is continuous remembrance of the goal. For us, chitta is our own goal of Parama, a goal whatever you want to, उसी को हमेशा याद रखना is called मत चित्ता. For spiritual goal, people, goal being Bhagwan, they remember Bhagwan always. For you, goal being doctor, lawyer, जो भी है, उसको ही निरंतर सोचना. मत चित्तः. Then yuktaha is wise enough spiritual person not to get derailed. So too we are wise enough not to get derailed, even though inner mind tempts, even though outer people distract us. Asita means for spiritual seekers, be steadfast in this, seated. For us also, be seated, rooted in this. So, mat paraha, for him, not only the chintana is of Bhagwan, goal also is Bhagwan. For us, we also chintana of the goal we are doing and never ever allow any other thought to distract in such a manner. Towards this, you have an idea of supreme goal that has gone away. किसी के बातों के द्वारा आपने जिस लक्ष्य को परम चरम माना उसमें कोई भी क्या कहते हैं ना नुकसान या डिस्टर्बेंस ना होवे. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ मत परहा. द लास्ट पॉइंट मत परहा. मत परहा तत्परह. Is it not? Like a patriotic person or any army soldier. His goal is defend my nation. That's it. An economist of the nation, whether in ministerial post or otherwise advisor, his Param Lakshmi is what? Conceive such plans and tell India that we are sustainingly maintaining the economy, trying to grow in spite of all the odds. For him, that is Matpara. So to a person, let us say sports, so you'll have to get that medal or cup to the nation. In the same way, for you, your goal should be ultimate. For spiritual speakers, the goal is Paramatma, that is the ultimate. Why that two things are said, Matchitta, Matparaha? Because sometimes we'll have something in our chitta, but that is not Laksham. I told the example yesterday. We have put our chitta in the office for the work. But our Paramatva is not in the office or the work. Our Paramatva is our own family at home. For their sake, we are working and earning the money. But for a bhakta, it should not be like that. चित्त में भी भगवान हमेशा होना है, लक्ष्य या परम लक्ष्य भी भगवान ही होना चाहिए. For us also, चित्त में वही विचार चलता रहे and परम लक्ष्य whatever we have chosen. There should not be contradiction. परम तो ये लक्ष्य बोला और चित्त में और कुछ. Like my लक्ष्य is to get through the chartered accountancy exam and pass. मत पराह goal हो गया. But चित्त में any other nonsense only we are entertaining. How can you reach that goal? Chitta is that where continuous thoughts are happening about one or the other theme. And to achieve that theme, you may use the objects or the people, then the mind goes to those things and people. Chitta. Like if my goal is chartered accountancy, that's called Paramalaksha. Chitta kaisa hoga? Bring those books, join those college, go and talk to the chartered accountant, take guidance from him. That's called Chitta. Only that you do, then you will reach that goal which you set. अगर वो कर ही नहीं रहा है सिर्फ ऑन द एग्जाम डे यू आर गोइंग टू राइट एग्जाम 2 मिनट में घर आ जाओगे बिकॉज यू डोंट नो एनी आंसर ऑफ दैट क्वेश्चन. सो दीज आर द 8 थिंग्स वी हैव सीन. प्रशांतात्मा विगतभिः ब्रह्मचारिव्रते स्थितः मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तः युक्तः आसीतः मत्परः. हो गया. नाउ इन टुडेज श्लोक भगवान टेल्स माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, having understood all these tips, having tried to practice them on the state of meditation, don't expect the first day on the result will come. Secondly, till the result come, whether it takes 1 month or 1 year or 1 decade or 1 life or 10 lives, keep on doing that only, because what you have chosen to achieve and chosen to do is the ultimate. If you give it up, the greatest practice of achieving the yoga arudha sthiti, you have lost the basic only, because the mind is not controlled. With that, you can never achieve anything in the world like today's life, like any failure person in life. Therefore, till it is achieved, pursue it. To tell us that, Bhagavan uses one complete shloka. And he also encourages saying, both for spiritual person and as also, enjoy the joy and peace of mind when it has reached the Atma Samyama sthiti, Yoga Arudha sthiti. उसका मजा ले लो. Like when you go to a pure nature, of the lakes or the mountains around with the jungle, snow clad. How joyful that scene! Don't you enjoy it? It's a great thing to see. So too for a devotee, when he goes to a temple and seeing that systematic puja done by the pujari, it is a delight for his eyes. So to a person of any other. So too let us enjoy our own yoga ruda sthiti. Bhagavan talks about that also in this shloka number 15. What it is, let us see now. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः आत्म संयम योगः। श्री भगवानुवाच अथ पंचदश श्लोकः। So the four padas of the shloka. One shloka has two lines, four padas, 32 letters. That's called Anushtup Chanda. So two lines, four pada, 32 letters. Letters mean matras, letters, aksharas. So yunjan evam sadatmanam, one pada. Yogi niyata manasaha, second one. Then shantim nirvana paramam, mm, third pada. Mat samstham adhigachati, fourth pada. So we'll chant it 4 plus 2, 6 times. The meaning of it today, little bit I'll tell you, tomorrow completely. Then tomorrow only we'll start another topic of Ahara Nidra Activity Niyama. So that our yoga sadhana meditation to control the mind is successful because they're all related. Is it not? Any achievement depends on not one thing, a huge building. How many things it depends on? An apartment. Hazaro cheez mil karo band. A computer, laptop, a cell phone. नॉट वन थिंग इज देयर इन आप खोल के देखो इतने सारे चीज मिलकर वो परफेक्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट बनता है. So too the achievement on the meditational seat of yoga aruda sthiti has many other things also to do. Main thing are our nidra, our bhojana, our activities. So that will be discussed later on. Okay, that is from tomorrow. 2 days, 2 shlokas are there. 2 or 3 days we will see that. Now let us do the shloka 15. Start. Sri Bhagavan Sri Bhagavan Yunjan sadatmanam Yunjan sadatmanam Yunjan sadatmanam Yunjan sadatmanam Yogi niyatamanasah Yogi niyatamanasah Yogi niyatamanasah Yogi niyatamanasah Shantim nirvana paramam Shantim nirvana paramam Shantim nirvana paramam Shantim nirvana paramam Matsamsthamadhigacchati 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 Matsamsthamadhigacchati. Together 2 times. Sri Bhagavanuvacha Yunjannevam sadatmanam Yogi niyatamanasah Shantim nirvana paramam Matsamsthamadhigacchati. Again. Sri Bhagavanuvacha Yunjan evam sadatmanam Yogi niyatamanasah Shantin nirvana paramam Matsamsthamadhigacchati. First we'll talk for 2-3 minutes for spiritual people and for us 2-3 minutes and the entire thing tomorrow little more. Yogi, the one who is wanting to become yogi, that person, Yunjan evam sada atmanam. First pada. Yunjan evam sada atmanam. Sada, always, atmanam, his own mind, Yunjan, engaged in, doing all the above said things. So, evam, yogi, evam, atmanam, sada, yunjan. In these instructions, which I have started from 11th sloka up to the 15th, in these instructions, in practicing these instructions, a yogi is expected to involve his mana always. Yunjan means yoke with. endow with, involve in it. So Atmanam Yunjan, involve your mind in, your Atma is mind. Involve your mind in doing these practices. So, seated on the seat of meditation, then doing all these practices. In that, your mind be engaged in. Yunjan means engaged. Yunjan means involved in. So, evam in this way, yogi, the one who want to become an Atma Samyama yogi, Atmanam, his own mind, Yunjan, yoked in, involved in, tuned to, invested in his mind always. And here the punchline is, punch word is sada. And that sada is three types. One sada is what? Every day. Second sada is that every day, whatever the time you are chosen, let us say 20 minutes you want to do, all the 20 minutes in that every day. It's called second meaning of sada. Third meaning of sada is not only every day 20 minutes, but every day 24 hours. Sada means हमेशा. पहले तो हर दिन में शुरू करते हैं, दूसरा हर दिन 20 मिनट, फिर उसको 40 मिनट, फिर 50 मिनट, धीरे धीरे बढ़ाते जाएंगे. देर आफ्टर वंस यू मास्टर इट, ओनली सिटिंग में ही मेडिटेशन की जरूरत नहीं है, चलते चलते आल्सो यू कैन बी ऑलवेज इन योग स्थिति. Thereafter, the restriction of sitting is not required. In the beginning, it is required to master it. As we told you the first day only when the body makes is made stable, that the mind is made stable. That is why in the beginning, to stabilize the mind, the body is made. Later on, when you have mastered it, every time you need not worry that you are only seated on the dhyana sthiti. नहीं तो और कुछ नहीं कर सकते आप. Anything you are doing it with the yoga arudha mana, with the atma samyama mana. That's the meaning of sada. Okay, Yunjan Evam Sadatmanam Yogi. And what is required for that second thing? Niyata Manasaha. Let the mind be always monitored and it is always put in your control. How? By not allowing it to project its own sankalpas, by not allowing it to become slave to the indriyas, by not allowing it to get misguided by anybody outside. That's called Niyata Manasa. अपने मन को अपने काबू में रखो. When it is done by spiritual person, what will happen? In that yoga arudha sthiti, when totally the mana becomes samyama, be attentive. The self, which is the blissful nature, which is inside, which was obstructed in its expression because of multi thoughts, all those disturbances have gone away. Then beautifully, the self's bliss is experienced as a shanti. That Bhagavan here calls as shantim nirvana paramam. You will experience that shanti, which in other words is called as nirvana. Nirvana is moksha only. Then Bhagavan adds one more, mat samstham. This is what is the experience I am always in. That is called as atma jnana or atma anubhuti or atma sukha or atma anubhava or atma ananda. मत संस्था मीन्स जिस आत्मा आनंद में मैं रहता हूं, उस आनंद को आप अनुभव करोगे जब इस योग साधना से आपने अपने मन को उस योग स्थिति में बिठाया. युंजन एवं सदात्मानं योगी नियतमानसः शांतिम निर्वाण परमा मत संस्थाम अधिगच्छति. And for us, the worldly people, having achieved the yoga sthiti, then with that very regulated mind, any goal either you have taken up or given to you, while doing your best, remain in a shanta sthiti. The greatest joy and peace of mind is when I know what to do and when I do what I know. That's it. Shantim Nirvana Paramam. Like a great, experienced, matured driver. Is it not? He knows that he'll have to reach to that destination. He knows it is this much distance, that's it, 200 kilometers. He knows that he'll have to reach in 4 hours. So he knows the average speed is 50. He knows the condition of the road. He knows the condition of the vehicle. He has petrol, filled that fuel properly. He has got, if required, the stepney, jack. अब खाने के लिए जो चाहिए रख लिया. Now, how that joyfully the driver will drive with the due speed and reach his destination. 4 घंटे का 15 मिनट पहले पहुंच जाएगा. That journey of the driver is called Shantim Nirvana Paramam. In that goal he knows, means he knows, the traveling he knows. Same way, we are also drivers, driving the car of our own life. I must know the goal, I must know the means, I must prepare myself thoroughly, and walking in that, enjoy that. That is called as moksha only. Like a doctor on the surgery table. He knows what to do and he does what he knows. He is in bliss. There's nothing greater in life than these two. Know what to do and do what you know. Finish. You know, like the Prime Minister will have to talk today, I think, or kal ho gaya, about he has to reply to every people's respect towards him. G20 summit may everybody has poured praises on him for his great. Now you'll have to thank them, acknowledge them, welcome, thanking them for coming also, summarize all the outcomes. So you'll have to know what he has to do and he should do what he knows. Then that's a fulfillment. Carry these two Mahavakyas today. Know what to do and achieve, and do what you know and achieve. That is called as Shantim Nirvana Paramam. And all that depends on what? Yoga Arudha Sthiti. Manas Samyamya, Atma Samyama. And how to achieve that? We have seen in the 5 shlokas. This is the first grade of meditation. The second, third grades will be subsequently told. So these things once more for 10 minutes I'll talk tomorrow. Then we take up the Ahara, Vihara, Nidra, the Niyama to help for this. Like any ill health person, along with medicine, the food and his walking, all of them are added in the medication, no? In his rehabilitation. So we have to rehabilitate ourselves from a frustrated, miserable fellow to a jubilated, successful fellow. For that, in the part of rehabilitation, we have not only learned what to do, meditation, etc., we are also learning what helps and what not helps. That doesn't help remove, that helps, we have to add to. Let us see the topic tomorrow. Thank you. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Yunjan Evam Sadatmanam Yogi Niyatamanasah Shantim Nirvana Paramam Matsamsthamadi Gacchati. This is a Gita shloka. We learned about Gomatha. Om Gavah Swargasya Sopanam Gavah Swarge Vipujitaha Gavah Kamaduho Devyah Nanyat Kinchit Param Smrutam. Tomorrow we'll learn the shloka of salutation or Bhumata also. Then a few more are there. Then we'll go to some japa mantras. And today we learned in common sense thought, we disrespect ourselves, we invite others to do. Conversely, respect yourself by a dignified human being with values, with knowledge, with commitments. Command the respect from others also. Otherwise, without changing inside, behaving all nonsense, and expecting people to respect, and when they don't do, they become miserable and frustrated and fight with others, it is not at all a wisdom. That's a common sense thought today. Thanks and all the best for you all. To have a lovely day. This date is very good. Little spelling you have to change. Today is 4th March. You reverse it, call it as March 4th. FORTH is that language, FOURTH is the date. But kuch bhi ho, let us march forth in our life through the learning of Gita towards our own outer successes, in our success of serving the nation and the culture and tradition, so too in succeeding in our spiritual evolution also. Let's march forth. Thank you. God bless.